Good looking now, G.
Everybody ever tell you that it makes you beautiful, beautiful. Everybody ever tell you that God makes you beautiful, beautiful.
Hi, welcome back to The Hype. The Hype is a show that gives voice to young women about issues that relate to them. The Hype actually comes from SIHLE. It's a project here in Philadelphia for 14 to 18-year-old African-American females that goes over female empowerment, sex education, and healthy and unhealthy relationships.
Hi, I'm Keisha.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
Hi, I'm Miriam.
And hi, I'm Courtney. I'm the host of today's episode. What'd you say about my mama? When your parents and mates don't get along. So guys, what have you done when your parents and mates don't get along?
Oh, girl. That's the situation.
Fortunately, I haven't had to deal with that, but I have dealt with someone that I liked and my mother didn't like. Like it didn't ever go into a relationship, but I just dealt with it like, listen, this is who I like. This is your type of person that you like. It doesn't have to be the same thing, and I just kept it going. But if I were to ever get in a relationship, then I would just have to have a sit down. Like, you guys are gonna have to get along, type of thing.
I've experienced a relationship that my parents don't like.
Oh, yeah.
It was difficult because it kind of was my fault, sort of, because I only came to them when I had problems. So they only had a negative side of my partner. So even though he wasn't a bad guy at all, the only thing my parents knew of was what I told them. And it seemed like, why are you with this person if all they do is hurt you, or if you can't get along with this person? And it's like, no, but that's not it. Please don't be mad at him, kind of thing. So I had to bring it back. Like, look, this is the good side. I'm gonna tell you about the good stuff too, Mom, Dad. Okay?
Yeah, I agree. I've had the same situation as Miriam, running my mouth too much and telling my mom, oh yeah, he did this, and let me tell you what he did there. But then I had to realize that they don't like him because of me. But it's hard dealing with somebody, being in a relationship with somebody if your family or your parents don't like them. Eventually it didn't work because I was always like, I want to please my parents, but like that's my boo though.
So let's take it out to Philly and see how they deal with their mates and their parents not getting along.
Hi, Anthony. What would you do if your parents and your mate did not get along?
I couldn't care less because me and my mom don't get along, and I love her. Like, she will have to deal with it. I like short and chocolate. She will have to deal with it. Like, better luck next time.
Hi, we're here at Bree. Bree, what would you do if your parents and your mate did not get along?
Well, it happened before, so I usually give my boyfriend pointers on how to kiss up to my parents, you know, tell my mom every day, oh, you look so lovely, you know, bring cookies to dinner, anything you can do to make yourself look better. If that doesn't work, I'm just going to have to keep you out of the house.
Hi, we're here with Marcus Love, and he's going to answer a question for us. What would you do if both your parents and your mate didn't get along?
I would stay out of the middle of it because I love my parents and I love my mate. So I would have to let them work it out. And if they couldn't, I would keep them away from each other.
Okay, thank you, Marcus.
That's what I would do. All right, you're welcome. Back to the grind.
All right.
Wow.
We
had three totally different answers.
Different. I liked when the one person response was finding the peace between them. Like it's hard everywhere. I know we all don't get along with our parents and everything, but you kind of have to see their side and then see your mate's side too, because in the long run, hopefully you want to be with them.
Yeah, and I like the other one where it was like she gave her boyfriend pointers to get on the parents' good side. I mean, that could be a starter. Like if he or she really wants to be on their side, then as a child, you know what your parents like and you know how to help them out. I thought that was a good idea too.
I can definitely relate to that too, giving a little, because of the situation before, talking about my man and only going to my parents when I had a problem, so they only saw the bad side. So giving those little tips like, here, hon, you can do this when we go to dinner next time, or maybe you go to church with me this week this time, and make sure you sing a song when you get to church. Stand up and clap. Stand up and clap. Give a testimony. Whichever.
Definitely.
Okay, so we're going to get into the 5 tips to help you all deal with when your parents and mates don't get along. Number 5, the situation where your parents are completely wrong about the person. We all know that parents are always looking out for you, hoping they have your best interest, but at the same time, you don't want to lose yourself within your parents as well. You need to know the difference between their objections. Is it positive? Are they not liking him because of his cultural background, his race, his ethnicity, anything like that? You want to kind of not give into the bigotry, but just let him realize, yeah, he is different from me. However, these are reasons why I like him, and these are things that you could like about him as well. And there might be another situation where there might be old school and they just like, oh, he doesn't come and pick you up or he doesn't come to the door. Just recognize like that might be their way of how they went out and courted. I know that's the term that they like to use, or dated. But even though they're wrong, just listen out to them, but know the difference between when they're just being completely objective and not open-minded about your mate.
And number 4, recognize when your parents are right. Because they're your parents, they're on the outside looking in, so they may see things that you don't see. If he's disrespecting you or you guys are just getting along, like your parents don't want to see you unhappy. So keep that in mind too. They want to see you in a healthy relationship and want to see you happy.
Number 3, examining your parents' objections. Sometimes you do have to fight for love, and if your parents don't like your mate, then you're going to have a tough fight. However, in the midst of fighting for love, you should probably sit down and contemplate what it is that your parents don't like about your mate, and then that can help you reason with your parent as to why they don't like them. So being able to really sit down and look at your parents' objections does help.
Number 3, examine your motivation. And with this, you have to be really brutally honest with yourself. Why am I in this relationship? You have to ask yourself. Are you doing this to be rebellious to your parents, or are you truly in love with this person? If you're doing it out of rebellion and you just want to get back at your parents, then that's not fair to your partner at all, and it's not fair to your parents. So it's best to just end the relationship if you're doing it out of spite to your parents and examine the real issue, why you're spitefully going against your parents. And if you really are in love with this person, then maybe you do have to fight for your relationship and show your parents what the good in the relationship is. And another thing you have to think about is, why are you doing this for a popularity contest, or why are you in the relationship yourself? Is it just because you want an image, or you just need someone next to you? Things like that. Then it's unfair to your parents and your partner, because then it's a selfish motivation. So really examine, what is your motivation for having that relationship?
And number 1, finding peace. You always want to find the middle ground between your parents and your mate. Just recognize that all relationships, nothing in a relationship should be harmful, should make you feel down or depressed about yourself. And in addition, with your parents, they do have, like, just listen out to everything that they say and look at your motivations, their motivations, and try to find the middle ground. And if in the end you can't find it and you see like there's a constant conflict, you might need to reevaluate the relationship or even seek out professional help with your parents and your mate.
And thank you everyone for the hype. We hope to see you next week, and tune in. Bye.
See you later.
Beautiful. God made you beautiful. Beautiful. Hey there, excuse me, miss. No disrespect, you're very precious. Please tell me what's your name. You're a precious gem and God's to blame. No, I'm not trying to spit the game, cause it's your soul I'm trying to claim. You probably never heard of this. I love a affair without a kiss all the time.